Very serious.
Hello, everyone. This is Mentor Lawyer with another update about the Donna Adelson case. And this time, we're going to talk about a new player who just showed up at the scene. Somebody who apparently called the state, requested a meeting with the FBI detective Sanford or Special Agent Sanford, with the investigator from the state attorney's office, Mr. Newland, and then gave him a statement that apparently helped Donna Adelson. She apparently said that one of the two informants, Drina Bernhardt, was actually actively asking questions of Donna Adelson. And now the defense is using this new information from this new person, who, of course, the state of Florida had to disclose to the defense. They're using that information. They used it at the deposition, I guess, of Drina Bernhardt, because they obtained some information about her supposed active questioning of Donna Adelson. And now they filed a motion, which I discussed in two videos. So I did a video on Deep Dive True Crime earlier today to discuss the body of the motion, the allegations in the motion. Then we did a separate video on Mentor Lawyer Justice Network and then Markel's Murder Saga, the two smaller channels. Just a few minutes ago, we ended that. And in that video, I discuss what the prosecution can do in response to the motion, what kind of arguments they could make in response. So I was going to go home, but I decided to look up this lady. And of course, this lady has a long rap sheet, a lot of long criminal history. It's been committing crimes in this area for a long time. Born in 1976, she goes by Mickey Lang, or Lang, but her name is Mickey Melissa Easterwood. And lo and behold, I happen to see that in her most recent case, in one of the violation of probation hearings for that case, she was represented by Timothy Jansen. And, well, maybe that is not newsworthy, but it is. I think it is. And I know that a lot of people are going to say a lot of things about that, because there has been a little bit of anger towards Tim Jansen about the fact that he's going on this media tour and he's always releasing information, or not always, but some occasionally releasing information that is rather questionable, right? So a few days ago, he made this release of information that was, I think, highly inappropriate for a former prosecutor, for a current criminal defense attorney who knows that a trial is about to start. Why stir the pot with some information that you got from some source, supposedly, and, did you question the source properly? Right away, both the defense and the prosecutors came out and said that the information was incorrect. So Timothy Jansen has put himself in the limelight when it comes to this case. He did it voluntarily, just like I do, I guess. And if I did something like that, I guess I should be subject to criticism. And, well, I'm looking up this lady who suddenly came out of nowhere, I think. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I see from the defense's motion, that this a person was just disclosed by the prosecution to the defense, but that the information that she gave to the state was actually favorable to Donna Adelson, at least the parts that are disclosed in the motion. I have no idea what else this Mickey Easterwood said. Maybe she said some good things that could help her in her case against Donna Adelson. I don't know. We don't know that. So I have no idea. And obviously, I'm not suggesting that Timothy Jansen has done anything improper, but I'm just pointing out the fact that, as you see on the screen, just a few months ago, he took over as her attorney in a motion for post-conviction, in a violation of probation hearing on a criminal case here in Leon County. And he talks a lot about this case. And now, all of a sudden, we have a few days ago him releasing some stuff that has been discredited all around and that could be highly prejudicial and could interfere with the jury selection process. And now here we have a lady who showed up out of nowhere, contacted law enforcement, and then is giving information helpful to Donna. Again, I'm not going to say that there's anything more to that. Maybe just a coincidence. Like this case has millions of coincidences, right? But it is there for you guys to chew on. And I guess that's all I'm going to say about that. But let's talk a little bit about her. What kind of rap sheet does she have? Let's take a look. All right, can I pull that up? Let's see, can I do that? I would like to do that. So let's close a few windows. I got always too many windows open. So let's see, I'm gonna pull up a couple of windows for you. Just let me close a few. That will make it a little easier for me to share the screen. So here we go. Let's see. Share screen. Let's stop sharing this one. All right, so here we go. I hope you guys can see that here it goes again. Timothy Jansen as being one of the lawyers. Timothy Jansen in jail since July. He came in January, got her a deal, I guess, or attended the VOP hearing. She admitted to the violations. She got a good deal where she didn't get a long time in prison, I guess, or jail. She got some jail days, I think. And then she violated again, and then she got in trouble again, and she got appointed the public defender, I believe, and I'm not sure if he took over again as an attorney or not. I think it was this Kayla Neal. But anyway, doesn't matter. Can you guys see her picture? Let me see what you guys are seeing. That way. There you go. Okay, so there she is on the top right. I can't zoom in, but I can tell you in general what the case is about. So that case is about, let's see, information file. Let's take a look at that. That case was about possession of controlled substances, possession of paraphernalia, possession of contraband, all third-degree felonies, and one misdemeanor of the first degree. Okay, so this was all back in 24, and then she violated probation a couple of times after that. So that's that. Let me see the rap sheet. Just a second. Tim is a good guy. I like him. I met him several times. He's a good guy. I'm just saying, I didn't like what he did a few days ago. And I didn't like that I saw his name there. And I know a lot other people might use that and create some sensational news. I'm not saying that he did anything wrong. I'm just telling you that he's been pretty actively trying to get himself into the limelight around this case, and interesting to see that his name popped up on this scenario where somebody came out of the woods to give a statement to help Donna, apparently. Hi, Elias. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can share the rap sheet. Well, it's not really the full rap sheet, just the what it shows on Leon County. Not this one. Let me close that. Yep, there we go. Okay, so as you can see here, she was born in 1976. She has criminal charges against her starting in 1995 for aggravated battery. And I'm not going in to see whether she was convicted or not. I'm just showing you what she has been charged with. The record here says her name was Mickey Melissa Easterwood. And according to the defense motion, she also goes by Melissa Lang. I'm sorry, Mickey Lang. Lang, and I've seen some pleadings where they use that last name. So 1995, felony charges for aggravated battery. 1995, battery. 1995, misdemeanor battery. 1995, battery. 1997, battery. 1998, felony battery. 2000, felony battery violation of probation. 2000 again, felony battery violation of probation. 2000 again, criminal mischief. 2002, felony battery. 2002, misdemeanor battery, touch or strike. 2003, non-moving traffic violation, operating motor vehicle while license expired. There's another traffic case from 2005 with license suspended. 2006, felony battery. 2008, violation of probation, prostitution. 2008, violation of probation, possession of cannabis. 2017, so maybe she got clean for a few years, or maybe she was in prison, I don't know. I guess I'll have to look that up. So she had a driving while suspended license in 2017. She had a petty theft charge in 2018. These are all charges. I'm not saying whether she was convicted or not. Just what the record shows here as cases in Leon County. 2024, a violation of probation, possession of controlled substance. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 subcharges that I guess read to you guys. And then she had the 2024 violation of probation for possession of controlled substance. I'm going to see if I can look her up under the Florida Department of Corrections and see if there's anything there about her. And I wonder, I mean, this is a small town. We have a former judge who was a prosecutor, who was a judge on criminal cases. Maybe also Jackie Fulford has some exposure with her. But again, I'm not saying that these people are doing anything wrong or illegal, but that's possible too, and interesting. So, hi, Clarissa. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. You guys are helping out to cover the upcoming costs for covering the entire trial for Donna Adelson. So here we go. Let me search for her to see if there's anything in the Department of Corrections. So Easterwood. Mickey. Way to ruin the Mickey name. Okay, so there is stuff here. Mickey M. Lang. All right, here she is. Let me share that with you guys. Okay, and what it says is that she was released in 2013, so she did spend a few years, at least 2 years, it looks like. So she was sentenced in August of 2010 for possession of heroin. She got 2 years in 2012 in Osceola County. Oh, so she spent some time away from Leon, and maybe that's why there is a little vacuum there of charges against her. So she spent some time in Central Florida, and she spent some prison time because of whatever conduct she was engaged in down in Central Florida. So 2 years in 2012 for heroin possession, and also for 2 years for trafficking illegal drugs. She had detainers for Franklin and Wakulla back in 2012. She has prior history includes 1 year and 1 day in prison for driving with a license suspended, I guess. There's a felony charge for that. And also in 2008, she got 1 year and 1 day in prison in Wakulla County, not Leon. And the ones that I was reading to you guys are all from Leon. So she's been apparently committing crimes all over the state, I guess. Wakulla is right next to Leon. That's where Donna is right and was transferred to Wakulla County Jail, which is nearby, like 35 minutes from where I'm at right now, maybe 40 minutes. All right. So anyway, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon back in. She was sentenced in January 2009 and got 1 year and 1 day. So nothing hugely long, nothing horrific like murder or anything like that. But somebody who, when it comes to informants, you have two types, right? You have the type that is trying to gain an advantage and not pay as big consequence for what they did by helping out the state, or you have the opposite. Then people that want to say, fuck you, state, I'm going to screw you. Or you have people who are honest. So let's hope that the state informants are more of the honest type. I don't know who this lady is and whether she's good or bad and what she said. All we know is the little tidbit that was offered by the defense motion that I discussed earlier. So if you guys want to see what it says in that motion, you can watch the video that I published like around 6 p.m. yesterday. But that's who she is. And, well, listen, Gigi, you can say what you want. All right. I just state the facts. I'm not throwing a low jab at anybody. All right. I just said this lady was represented by Tim Jansen. And I said, Tim Jansen just very recently threw himself again into this case and possibly made it more difficult to pick a jury by making a horrible misstatement, by having a very, very poor judgment of repeating something that supposedly a source told him. Personally, I feel that is unethical, and I don't mind saying that. All right, I'm a highly rated Florida lawyer, highly ethical, AV rated. He's a very good lawyer, and to me, that was unethical. And I don't mind calling it out. And if you want to say I'm an asshole for that, you can do that, no problem. You have your First Amendment rights. But not on my channel. Do it on his. Oh, he doesn't have one. He just goes on everybody else's. I'll do it on those channels. But if you come to my channel and you say, use bad language, I'll delete it. If you express yourself respectfully like you did here, I don't mind. I'll respond to you. I don't think it's a low jab. I'm just stating the facts. And people will make their own minds. Thanks for watching. Mental Lawyer. Good night.
Are you serious?